So 9 days after my 3 month manufacturer warranty expired on the LCD screen for my Mono X 6K, it was time to get a new printer. Fortunately, I already had one in mind. Let's take a look at the Saturn S.
Overall, I was super impressed with the padding on this box. Thick cardboard, lots of padding inside and out, even some supports around the corners, around the edges, really helped make sure that it was delivered in top shape. As you'd expect, a whole box of miscellaneous tools, filters. We'll go through that a little bit later. Turning the box, get to where I can get to a little bit easier without having to dump it out outside. Printer definitely had the weight to go along with the size. It was not light. All in all, I really love the size of this printer. My Mono X 6K was only slightly bigger, a whole lot more of a headache, especially after my LCD screen died on it. This one's been doing great, fantastic, and I absolutely love having the filtration system back inside of it. It made more of a difference when I didn't have it, and now that I have it, I'm happy I've got it back. Really appreciate the design to put some pads in the bottom of this tray, allowing you to set it right down on the surfaces without having to worry about scratching up the screen. The usual tools here, you have your mask, scrapers, gloves. You also have wire clippers, which was kind of interesting. There's already a protector over the glass, but we need to remember to remove the protector over the protector. This was the first printer that I had that had a ball bearing leveling system on the plate, so it takes a little bit to get used to. Once again, you got to remember to remove the protective plate and raise the print bed so we can actually put it on. All in all, I have no complaints with the menu system on the Saturn S. Very intuitive, easy. Because of the way the ball bearing plate works, it can rotate in multiple different directions. So you got to remember when you're actually doing your leveling to make sure that it doesn't spin sideways and it's actually level on the glass. They do have a card that makes it super easy for leveling. You actually just put that card inside that as your spacer. And then, just like most resin printers, you lower it down and then tighten everything up as you go. Like I said, one thing I was worried about was having it kind of spin sideways so it wouldn't fit inside the resin vat whenever it actually lowered in, because it would kind of spin sideways. So far it hasn't been a problem, but it does seem to be just a minor concern of mine, making sure that it's level and actually straight inside the glass. Item of note, there's no network port or any kind of wireless for this, so there's no network connectivity, although I use it pretty heavily for my FDM printers. Especially with Octoprint. This one I don't really use it, so that's not a big loss and just for me. Resin tank uses FEP 2.0. There's also a max fill line, making it really easy as you're filling things up to make sure you don't overfill, which can cause quite the mess. Testing the LEDs is very straightforward. Menu system on it makes it super easy. I do suggest either putting a cover on, using glasses, or in this case, just using a camera so you don't look directly into the lights. Some gray resin that I had for my other printer that had broken down. So pouring that in there, you can tell there's actually plenty of room in there. And we got to remember to put our charcoal filter in there. There actually is a plastic wrap around the charcoal filter, so taking that off before you put it in there is a great idea. I do appreciate the fact that the menu system allows you to have subdirectories, something that was missing in the Mono X. Missed it dearly. Having everything crammed into one folder made it really kind of difficult to organize things. This way we can actually organize things. The test print, I printed just as is. Everything came out great. Probably my one complaint on it was that they were stuck just a little bit too hard on that plate. I ended up loosening up the plate and had to re-level things, just trying to get these things off that. Just the way things are designed with that ball bearing. Just something to keep in mind as you're scraping things off, you can actually unlevel.
All in all, I'm super impressed with the quality and mostly just easeability, smell too, of the Saturn S. Comparing it to my 6K that I had, I can't really tell that big of a difference in some of the qualities. I printed some things that I had previously printed on using the 6K resolution, and really can't tell the difference even under magnifying glass. Overall, I may be giving the Mono X 6K short end of the stick here, only because I think I had a bad LCD screen from the beginning. Lots and lots of failed prints. I haven't had any so far on the Saturn S. I would say it's overall thumbs up, and it's my go-to resin printer right now.